So hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I just wanted to say thanks for all the love and support you guys have been giving me. In today's video, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be giving my first impressions to a very amazing series known as Berserk. I'm pretty sure you've all heard of it, especially if you're a fan of manga, and I think it's pretty great. So thanks for clicking on the video and viewing and watching and supporting and helping my channel grow. And yeah, welcome to my channel. Enjoy the video. It was much too big to be called a sword. Massive, thick, heavy, and far too rough. Indeed, it was a heap of iron. And the black swordsman carried it without strife. So, Berserk and my first opinions on it. So, Berserk is one of those series in the manga community that you hear a ton about. And pretty much, just like some people, I've never actually read it. Now, as you know, the anime isn't really, popular at all. So I decided to do what everyone else does and go to the source material. One of the main reasons is because I prefer certain manga over anime, but at the same time, I've been curious for the longest to what this series is about, and pretty much not only what is Berserk, but what makes it interesting. Now, I will go into topic on why I like it and things that I like and interest me in it, and will I continue the series. Actually, right off the bat, this series is gonna probably be a long-time favorite. Not only did I read through it pretty easy, but usually one of the first indications if a series is good for me or not is if I enjoy it and I read it without even straining, without even forcing myself to. So, without further ado, here I go. So first, let me start with the synopsis, and this one is pretty simple but has more to it, way more. So Guts, as we know his name, is pretty much introduced as a mercenary who also goes by the name of the Black Swordsman, who pretty much roam from village to village killing demons. For a little bit we don't know his purpose, but we soon learn that he's looking for the Behelit, which is a heart-shaped item that sort of has a face on it, and pretty much it summons demons. Not only that, but it also summons the powers of demons, and in particular, it summons the God Hand. The God Hand is an organization of 5 godlike demons who are very powerful and create other demons. Now, not only does Guts have to do this, but also he has to worry about the impending doom that is he's always haunted. Not in a literal sense of haunted, but he has to deal with the brand. And the brand is this marking on his neck that pretty much whenever someone dies in a radius around him, it will summon a demon that feeds off of his nightmares, putting him into permanent fear, not fear, but permanent stress. Of course, we learn that Guts is really not a people person throughout the story. And also that he rather do things on his own. Story-wise, he meets Puck, which is a fairy, and pretty much him and Puck go out and, do things, such as slaying demons. Puck really doesn't, but Puck tags along. In Berserk, Guts is really doing it on his own. On the first arc, we're met with this demon king who was once mortal, but thanks to the Behelit, he pretty much became a demon. Now, since I got that out of the way, now I can move on to pretty much why do I like it. So the first thing that is very obvious to tell is this art is freaking amazing. I don't think there's any words that I could use to explain the art, but it's very, very detailed. This is possibly one of the most detailed artwork workings that I've ever seen in manga. Period. Of course, if I'm counting some other ones, they are on the same level or more. But this is honestly now one of my favorite art styles in manga. Not only that, but the art, you can tell, is very well done and very thought out. Every page is literally a work of art. Like, every page itself is non-subpar. There's never a single panel that you look at and you say, this was half done. Everything is hyper detailed and on point. Another thing that I like about it is this story. I am very into high fantasy, and this combines sort of that dark high fantasy element. It has a dark fantasy element, but it's really not too much magic involved besides the demons, of course, which is what I like. And it has a very medieval feel, that old kingdom type feel. Not only that, but I love stories with lone wolf type characters who move along and sort of just shrug through doing their thing. Not only because we get to learn about the person as we slowly go along and we're not overwhelmed by their personality, but we also get a lot of mystery, which is another great element of this series. Another great element of this series that I've noticed is this character. Each character that he meets along the way has a nice story to tell, but usually most characters around him end up dying. And that brings me to my next one, which is Guts himself. Guts doesn't give a crap about anybody. You could think of him as a chaotic neutral person. He doesn't have a side, is not good versus evil, because there's a very thin line, and I mean very thin line, that separates him from straight up villain. Like, a lot of times he can just be straight up as evil as the people that he fight, but not on the same level. I think if it wasn't for his goal to kill demons and pretty much fight off the God Hand, he would probably be a pretty bad person. But with that being said, he may not be a good guy, but he's not necessarily a villain. There's small moments where he shows signs that he's actually a good person. He speaks his mind a lot, which is what I like, but he's also a very quiet person who doesn't need to say too many words to do anything. With that being said, I pretty much love the series. Now, so far I haven't noticed any flaws, but from what I heard from the community and also what I noticed from small things such as seeing other videos on it, is that the art doesn't get worse as the series goes on. A lot of series such as this have a lot of high standards to hold up to, and so far, in fact, the art gets better. And knowing that actually something like this can get better is so satisfying to know when hopping into this series. Usually when I hop into a series, I try not to learn a lot about it, but I couldn't help but get bombarded by videos about this great series. But yeah, one more thing that I would like to add is that I really want to know more about the God Hand, the members, and also the lore in this series. And another thing that I would like to know is about Guts' hype stage. Pretty much the souls of people who, think of it sort of like Ghost Rider, but the souls of people who have been done wrong by demons pretty much hype them up. And there was this one panel where he went into like a berserker mode, and like I really want to know more about that. And there are other things that I would like to talk about on this channel, but thanks for watching as always.